talking about? Let me see what they talking about. Pull up with your, come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. We about to break bread right now. That being said, family, make sure y'all hit that subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Make sure you feel that thing again so you get all, so you stay in tune with all we on. You feel me? Drop a comment. I let your boy, shit, tell me I appreciate you, because guess what? I appreciate you. So let's start this thing off right. You feel that pressure from your people, right? And still try to lead them right. Shout out Saint Nip for that. I'm gonna say that shit again. You feel that pressure from your people, right? And still choose to lead them right. So when you think about that, bro, I'm gonna hit y'all with something my grandmama used to always tell me. What report you gonna believe? Now, I ain't gonna get into the details of the so-called case, but I want y'all to follow this money trail. In order for you to be a threat to the so-called system, or in order for you to be a threat to somebody else's well-being, one must first have the means and, you know, shit, quite frankly, had a thought. But it's one thing to have a thought, but don't have the means. I think I do. I think I came out. Appreciate you, bro. I think I came out with my joint. Glad I could be of service. But some of us don't even realize some of the things that done took place in our lifetime, because a lot of us weren't paying attention. No problem, King. Here it is. Glad I can keep it lit. Hey, glad you made it up out there, bitch. You heard me? Take care of yourself.
Had my head, I woke up day before yesterday, my head was swollen. I ain't been wearing a hat. Got shit fresh cut.
Yeah.
Like a fucking hat.
Yeah.
I ain't know the sun could do that shit. Had my whole head swollen up.
You don't be drinking no water, bro?
Yeah, I drink water, man.
How much?
Shit, not enough.
Yeah, because nigga, that sun supposed to do you some good. Yeah. You that man, you feel me? You a son, baby.
Yeah, look. So yesterday I wake up, my motherfucking eye swollen, motherfucker. I say, university, they'll talk about 5 days. I say, you know what? I'm going to Cleveland Clinic.
You heard me? I'm glad you made it through that, G. Be easy.
The clinic did.
What?
Here, nigga.
Got you something for your pain.
No, it ain't no pain. This shit don't hurt. It was just, nigga, this shit was scary. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right, it fucking with a nigga vision and everything. I bet.
Hey, I ain't been to work in the motherfucking couple days.
Man, I'm glad you good, bro. I'm red. What's your name, King? Huh? Man, you got that dollar that was hanging out. That shit was looking at you, wasn't it?
No, I ain't let you, nigga. I ain't know what the fuck it was.
No. I'm just saying, that's how life works.
Appreciate you.
You feel me? I'm one of them. I follow the energy, love. Love.
If the girl get back, I ain't been drinking a lot of water, but now she out sitting for a fucker and shit. Her daughter boyfriend was literally damn, this nigga got Heineken's all up. As long as I'm paying bills and shit.
Right.
I don't say nothing about y'all smoking weed.
Yeah. They don't mean no harm. They just don't want you to leave, bro.
Man, stick on that too. Now she just made up like, come on home.
Yeah, come home, baby. I need to take care of you. Yeah.
Nah, she ain't at home, so I ain't coming into your ass with it.
All right, G, you be easy.
Cause I don't want to have to fuck with the little son, with the daughter's boyfriend.
I feel you. Don't feed into that shit.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Maybe I'll wait till you get home.
Hell yeah. Heal up, bro. Don't feed into that shit.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Man, I appreciate you.
Be easy, love. It's a beautiful thing, bro. When your light open up like that. You know what I'm saying? Now pay attention to this. Bill. Come on now. Bill had already tried to buy a network. I wonder why. Bill made statements like, he who controls the media controls the images of oneself. And if you think the only thing your people do is be savages, if you think the only thing your people do is be ratchet, guess what? You ain't got no choice but to be that shit. So when you have people that are intentionally going out their way to take hold of said system and change it, them ain't your enemies. Them ain't your enemies. And for us to keep falling victim to the same dog and pony show, motherfucker say, you know he did this. You know she did that. Come on, bro. How many times you gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe? You feel me? How many times? And at the end of the day, again, whose report will you believe? I remember my mother telling me, you know what? Son, you shouldn't be gossiping, nor should you listen to gossip. But then I would walk in and hear her gossiping and listening to gossip. And at that point, I had to make a decision. Whose report will I believe for my life? So when you look at this whole Bill Cosby situation and you get caught up in the emotional pool that's being made to the people, because at first they destroyed this man in the court of public opinions and then proceeded to do so in the real court. Also, follow the timeline. Follow the timeline. Trump was talking all that shit about Obama. Hating on that man simply because black man as the president and using all kind of bullshit excuses to cloak why he was doing the shit. You had the shit with the birth certificate. As though the system is so fucked up to the point they won't notice if a nigga got a birth certificate here or not. But it's all right when the system is breaking rules and breaking laws in the favor of other people. And when that system started breaking rules and breaking laws against why the system was even put in place, all hell shall break loose. But we gonna talk about Bill so-called doing XYZ. All the while the president ran on the campaign of grab about a puss. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. Because we're teaching our children to respect filth. Since when has the media told you anything good about you? Especially when the media always showing you the worst about you, showing only your losses. But yet it still won't do this to no other group. That should tell you something. That it's intentional. Because if you're able to connect with the people across the waters and they're able to see good images of you, because it's all they see. Because once they see that shit, don't nobody want to be bothered with you or me. But once they see that shit, they think this is who you are. So, would it be wrong for somebody to control the narrative of how they're represented? That's why they can't come out and say, nah, we ain't fucking with Bill because Bill trying to do this. They got to say, oh, you know, back in the day, and we figured out we was wrong for doing certain things, and we still doing that shit today, but we gonna tell on Bill, though. Like, have y'all ever thought about that shit? Let's just say Bill was into that shit. Like, because I really don't want to feed into it, but just for the sake of logic. Let's just say Bill was into that shit. How famous do you think Bill is to the point he could get away with that shit that long without somebody covering his ass? Or without him being connected? A lot of these brothers and sisters tell y'all about the things that go on at these parties, and you think it's just a joke. But then when they turn around and try to say, oh no, it was you that was doing it, y'all believe that? That goes to show you, you might want to look in that mirror and check yourself. You might want to look in that mirror and do away with all the negative thoughts you have about yourself that you continue to project on everybody else when the shoe fits. It's so often we got convenient righteousness. You feel me? Niggas say that shit about you. You all up in arms and got every reason why this shit ain't true. But you say that shit about somebody else, you believe it. I say something about what you think about you. Let's say something. Now let's continue with this story of Bill. What do Bill represent in the scheme of things? First on what he represents to us. Bill popped up as the father of America, when black people, fathers was under attack, still being attacked and being pushed out of the home. So when we turned on our TV, guess what? Bill was right there teaching us game, telling us what a father would have did. I mean, telling us things a father would have showed us, as well as leading by example. I'm not surprised. that people will make excuses to do what they want to do, and at the same time come at somebody who appeared as an authority figure to a group of people who have a problem with authority. Don't get me wrong. I understand why we have a problem with authority, when a lot of times the authority that we face is meant to keep us in our place. But one of our greats or our elders step out of place for the greater good of all of us, it's not imperative. I mean, it's not becoming of us to not notice the game that's being played right in front of us. It's a dirty game that's being played right in front of us. Most of all, the blood is on your hand. The blood is on your hand. For everybody that wasn't there, was quick to convict another man. Pay attention to the judges that Donald Trump put in their seats. Nigga overturned all the judges. All of them was appointed by him. You wonder why they was able to do something that was unprecedented, like break their own rules in order to charge him, like break their own rules by railroading him, because that's why he got off, because they broke their own rules and railroaded him. They ain't even get into the case matter, so miss me with that. We're not talking about it. They not talking about it. We were strictly appointed to destroy this man's legacy, to fill his legacy full of ridicule, which he had worked so hard to avoid. And we as a people have accepted our place in society, and guess what? We are reminding him of his place. See, they don't even gotta come out and do shit. They don't gotta come out and do shit. When we act as though the mother on the plantation and beat the hell out of our child, so the master won't kill him. But all the while, you done broke your child's spirit, so going forward, he'll forever be different. Just think, they paraded this man in front of us as to say, look, told you I'll make him turn on you. I'll make him turn against you. Why you trying to do all of this shit for them? Look at these people. And y'all ate that shit up. So are we really worthy of a savior cracking the sky? Because the cracking of the sky is going to crack your mind. That's meaning you need to open your mind up and see what's really going on. And everybody talk this Christ this, Christ that. But the point of any story is the moral. And when you see these stories reenacted multiple times throughout your life, it's imperative that you understand what we have to do differently. We can't keep watching Ricky get shot in his fucking back. And we can't keep watching Jesus get crucified. All because he tried to do something for the greater good. And the power that be manipulated us to think, oh, this nigga think he better than everybody. No, this nigga don't think he better than everybody, but he has so much love for everybody that he would sacrifice his life to be a service to everybody. Bro, you know how easy it is to do wrong? People will go out their way to help you do that shit. But when it comes to doing something they never seen before, like uplifting the black family at a time when Bill was doing it, like, miss me with the emotional shit. Because we supposed to feel a way about women being persecuted, but it's convenient righteousness. Because niggas ain't out here riding on the shit that women getting persecuted on a daily basis. A lot of us perpetrate the same shit. You know what I'm saying? We portray the same shit, bruh. Why? Because it's acceptable in society. Because it's acceptable. And since it's acceptable in society, it must be right. And since society say Bill ain't right, he must be wrong. Like, come on, bruh. At that point, you have to ask yourself, who's the author and the finisher of your mind state? Who gave you that thought? Did you weigh out that shit for yourself, or did you mail it in? Did you take the easy option that was already given to you? That's the whole point of media, to control the narrative. If you pay close attention, you don't even really got to go to war with people no more as long as you control the narrative. Because the people will set the tone. And guess what? The people enforce it all along. So, while you thought you was convinced of something because of the evidence that was put forth, wasn't none put forth. But you was convinced to express what you was already feeling. Your disdain for authority. I know the feeling. I had to learn the hard way. A budget don't mean I'm trying to stop you from enjoying life, but a budget is to make sure that you can enjoy life and make sure that you got the funds to do so. So for somebody to come along when it's obvious the attack on the black family was taking place and to make sure that he was a father is what he used his image for. Man, what you using your image for? And if you're using it for something positive, recognize this the same thing they gonna try with you. Especially if you seek to finish the mission. Yeah. When you seek to finish the mission, that's when they gonna come see your ass. That's when they gonna hide you for 3 years and have you missing. Cause you know how it go. People are simple. Out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. And all the while, it's so much easier to project how we feel about ourselves, all the worst shit we feel about ourselves on somebody else. Rather than do what we supposed to do, help. Let's just say somebody is sick, what you supposed to do? You answer that. I love you as myself. It ain't nothing you can. That's why I talk like this. I see you as me. We are one. Kinfo. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what it's talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here. Let me see what they talking about. Because we about to break it all down. We about to break bread right now.